You've got $500,000 to spend in Center County. And right now, the decision you make about where you buy could be the difference between building real equity and leaving money on the table for years. I'm not talking about a small difference, friend. I'm talking about a gap of nearly $60,000 to $100,000 in median prices, depending on where you're looking, of course. I'm talking about homes that sell in 6 days versus 23 days. I'm talking about walking into a brand new home versus one that was built when Reagan was president. So before you scroll another listing, before you fall in love with a house on Zillow, watch this, because the agents who serve this market, most of them aren't going to tell you what I'm about to tell you. Let me give you the real numbers. Not last year's numbers, but 2026 numbers. In State College, the median sold price right now is $450,000. Sellers are currently asking a median of $582,000, and the median days on market is 8. In Bellefonte, the median sold price is somewhere between $355,000 and $390,000, depending on the window that you're looking at. And that's consistently $60,000 to $95,000 less than State College. Sellers are asking a median of $382,000, and the median days on market is 23 days and climbing. Now, I know what some of you are feeling right now. Bellefonte's cheaper, so that's the smarter play, right? And here's what I want you to understand. That instinct isn't wrong, but it's also not the whole story. The real question isn't which market is cheaper. The real question is which market is right for you. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to walk you through exactly what $500,000 gets you in each market. Not anecdotes and not assumptions, real MLS data from the last 90 days. And then I'm going to ask you 3 questions that will tell you clearly which one makes sense for your life. Sound good? Let's go. In State College, at the $400,000 to $600,000 price point, here's what the data shows. 2,300 square feet, that's your median. 0.3 acres, 84% of lots are under a half an acre. The median year built is 1987. These are established homes, my friend. We're talking about $213 a square foot and only 5% are new construction. The median days on market at this price point is 6. Now let me tell you what this means. It means if you're buying in State College at $500,000, you're walking into a competition almost every single time. And it seems like that might feel uncomfortable. Like maybe you're wondering if there's a way to win without getting into a war. Here's the truth. That competition isn't a bug, it's a feature, because the same buyers who are competing against you today, they'll be competing for your home when it's time for you to sell. State College doesn't give you the biggest house, it gives you the market position. Now let's talk about Bellefonte. And I want to be straight with you here because there are some myths floating around about this market that I think are costing buyers clarity. Here's what the 2026 data actually shows at $400,000 to $600,000. 2,200 square feet, which is slightly less than State College. 0.23 acres is the median lot size, also slightly smaller than State College. The median year built is 2024 to brand new. Price per square foot is $207, and 46% is new construction. 23 to 25 days on market. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, less square footage, smaller lots? Then what's the advantage? Here's the advantage. When you buy in Bellefonte at $500,000 right now, there's a very real chance you're moving into a home that was finished in 2024 or 2025. Think about what that means. No deferred maintenance, builder warranty, modern mechanicals, energy efficient systems, a layout designed for the way people actually live today. And you're doing it in a market where you have time to think, time to negotiate, time to make a decision that isn't driven by fear. The real Bellefonte advantage isn't size, it's age and condition. A buying environment that isn't a sprint. And right now, negotiating leverage that didn't exist 6 months ago. Let me ask you something. When you imagine yourself in this process, walking through homes, making offers, signing contracts, what matters most to you? Is it winning in a proven market with strong resale? Or is it stepping into something new? A home no one else has lived in with more financial flexibility from day one. Because here's what I've seen, and I've seen it a lot. The buyers who struggle most aren't the ones with the wrong budget. They're the ones who never got clear on the answer to that question. If this video is helping you get clear, hit subscribe. I do this every week. Real data, real decisions, no fluff. Let's run the numbers side by side. In State College at $500,000 in 2026, the median closed price was around $450,000. The price per square foot was around $213, and about 5% of that was new construction. The typical home age was the mid to late 80s, and it was about 6 days on market. The median asking price was $582,000. Now in Bellefonte, the median closed price was $355,000, $207 per square foot, 46% was new construction, and the typical home age was 2024, with 23 days on market. The median asking price was $382,000. Now here's the part where most people stop. They look at that $95,000 price gap and they think the decision is made. But smart buyers don't stop there. Here's what the gap is actually telling you. In State College, you are paying a premium for demand. The market absorbs homes in 6 days. That's not a coincidence. That's a deep, consistent pool of buyers. In Bellefonte, you're getting a newer product at a lower cost per square foot. But that 23 days on market, it tells you the buyer pool is smaller and a little slower to respond. Neither one is wrong, they're just different bets. Let me give you the full picture. State College versus Bellefonte. Median sold price, $450,000 versus $355,000. Median square footage, 2,300 versus 2,200. Median lot size, 0.3 acres versus 0.23 acres. Price per square foot, $213 versus $207. New construction, 5% versus 46%. Median year built, 1987 versus 2024. Median days on market, 6 versus 23. Active median asking price, $582,000 versus $382,000. Here's the honest summary. State College gives you a smaller window to act, but a larger safety net when you leave. Bellefonte gives you more time, newer product, lower entry, but you're betting on a buyer pool that is a bit shallower. And right now, it's honestly slowing down. Here's the question most buyers never ask. What does this decision look like in 5 years? If you sell in 3 to 5 years, the State College 6 days on market is your friend. That's liquidity, that's protection. Now, there's no guarantee those numbers will be the same in 3 to 5 years, but if the trend stays consistent, State College will still be the more active of the two markets. If you stay for 10 plus years in Bellefonte's 2024 construction vintage compounds in your favor. There's low maintenance, better systems, modern layouts. You're not patching a 1987 roof in 7 years. If your budget is tight, that $95,000 entry point gap isn't just a number. It's a lower mortgage payment every single month. It's cash reserves when life happens. And one more thing I want you to see. Bellefonte's days on market has moved from 17 days a year ago to 23 days today. That shift is worth watching. It's not an alarm, but it could be a signal. Earlier, I promised you 3 questions, and here they are. Question number 1, what's your timeline? Is it under 5 years? State College protects you there. Is it over 10 years? Bellefonte is going to reward you there. Question number 2, what do you value more right now? Is it market position or is it product quality? There's no wrong answer, but there is your answer. Question number 3, how would it feel to make this decision and know, truly know, it was the right one for your situation? If you can answer those 3 questions clearly, you already know what to do. Here's the bottom line. At $500,000 in Center County right now, both markets give you roughly the same sized home. What's different is everything around that home. State College is going to give you a fast, competitive, proven market that is moving upwards. But it's also going to give you an older home, but with a buyer pool that never quits. Bellefonte gives you a newer or a brand new home, a slower, more negotiable market, a $95,000 lower entry point at the median. The right choice isn't about which market is better. It's about which one fits the life that you're building. If you want to figure out which one that is for you, reach out. I'll walk you through your specific numbers, your specific timeline, and what actually makes sense for you. Not a generic answer, but your answer. Because the goal was never to just buy a house. The goal is to make the right decision only once and not spend the next 10 years wondering if you did it right.